morning, wet shavers, coffee lovers, and podcast listeners everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. It's time for another Second Cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put in your earbuds, adjust your speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. Just to bring you up to speed, Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next 3MB airs, or a piece of late-breaking information that viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit-chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, streaming shows, books, that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup. And I hope you subscribe to the podcast, where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning and welcome to the June 5th, 2023 episode of Second Cup. How are you this morning? What a weekend it was. I just thoroughly enjoyed myself at the Maggard meetup. I hope you were able to attend. It really was a terrific event. And again, we show some highlights on the Monday morning mailbag. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. It really was a terrific event. And Maggard Razors has an absolutely awesome brick and mortar store. Really beautiful presence in a really delightful town. Adrian, Michigan really is a nice kind of a small town feel. You can see that the downtown area, I'm assuming it's a downtown area where Maggard Razors has their store. You can see that there's a lot of activity in trying to revitalize things and bring things back, and it just situated in just a perfect location. The store has just this historic, rustic, vintage, great old-time architectural look and feel to it. Just absolutely perfect for a shave shop. And the space really is wonderful. Everything is so beautifully organized. And upstairs where the shave meetup was, it just was great. It looked to be like 200 people at least. And great vendors there. Again, Ariana and Evans. Pete from Ariana and Evans was just wonderful to talk to, as was Rod from Sterling Soap. He and his wife. They also have Ohio connections, as a matter of fact. I believe his wife's family is from Columbus in the Circleville area. And got a chance to talk with Mantic 59. Really great time talking with him. Great time talking with Michael Friedberg. Love his videos. If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, check him out. Absolutely terrific. I just had a great time, and I did it all in one day. It was a 3-hour drive for me. Going from I just went west across Interstate, the Turnpike 80. And then when I got past Toledo, just made a turn up north and straight into Adrian, Michigan. It was a 3-hour drive, no more, no less, and a great drive. Very easy to do it all in one day. And I was able to get there at noon, and things were already well underway. I think maybe I showed up at maybe 3 or 4 minutes after noon, and things were already happening. So it was really a terrific event. Oh, and by the way, we were given a food voucher as part of the ticket price for $12. So on my way home, I stopped at a place called Culver's. Have you ever had a hamburger from Culver's? They are now in the greater Cleveland area. I think they have maybe 3 or 4 restaurants in this area. I've never tried them. They're new here, and I hear their ads, and I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to try them because it's going to be right there on my doorstep as I'm leaving Adrian. So I stopped in, happened to meet the Rodriguez's other wet shavers. They're also from the Cleveland area. Very nice to meet them, the 3 of them. Hello to them again. But Culver's was terrific. They've got something called a butter burger. My gosh, that was fantastic. And the crinkle fries, you know what? It was great. It just capped off a wonderful, wonderful wet shave meetup because I hadn't had anything since breakfast that morning. And, went out the door, got in my car about 8:30 or so, 8:45, drove the 3 hours, arrived and hit the ground running and just started meeting everyone and taking it all in and, shooting some video and some photos. And it was just a great time. It was a whirlwind. It was an absolute whirlwind. And I was having a hard time I wasn't taking notes. So I should have taken notes so I could remember names and, that sort of thing. But it was just, it was awesome. It was just an awesome, awesome meetup. And I'm going to do it again. I mean, if they have it again next year, I'm going again. And so I just really had a great time. But Culver's was a nice cap off to that whole event because I needed something before I hit the road, and it was just perfect. So if you have a Culver's in your area or going through an area where there's a Culver's, I really recommend them. The food is great, the decor is great, the atmosphere is great. Really, really enjoyed that restaurant. So my thanks again to Brad Maggard, his wife, and everyone at Maggard Razors for putting on a terrific meetup. It was absolutely great. It was so thoughtfully produced. Everything was so well organized, just like their store. Their store is so well organized. And I came away with a lot of great swag, a lot of great memories, and some new friendships. So had a great time. Again, folks, consider, if he does it again next year, hey, sign up and get over there because it really was a really, really good time. All right, we got some things to talk about this morning, so let's get to it. But first, let's pay a few bills. This update comes from viewer Beth Jones. Good Saturday, Mark. Well, I didn't receive this until Sunday because Saturday I was at a meetup and on the road. But thanks very much to Beth Jones for passing this along. Again, she says, good Saturday, Mark. This may be too late to make Monday's Monday morning mailbag, but Lavender Planet 2023 release is back at Phoenix Shaving. Oh yeah, that's right, folks. If you were wondering about Lavender Planet, the first time they released this was 2017. Well, it's back. And as they write on the product page, boom, finally, back by popular demand, Lavender Planet, another Phoenix Shaving cult classic. Same epic scent with some slight upgrades. And as they say here, there's nothing more soothing and uplifting than the calming scent of lavender. So much so, I decided to layer lavender on top of lavender, on top of lavender, on top of lavender. You get the picture. This is made from 6 different lavenders. Absolutely. Of course, lavender is a very, very versatile fragrance. It's known to be ultra calming, soothing, and balancing, as they say in the aromatherapy world and the shave world alike, as Douglas has written on the product page. So a very, very popular scent back at Phoenix Shaving, Lavender Planet. Check it out. We'll have a link in the description below. Also from Beth Jones is this. Oh, and this just in from Bull Goose Shaving. Great sale price on the Gillette Swede blades. Yeah, these are absolutely wonderful. If you have not tried a Gillette Swede, get up to Bull Goose Shaving and order these right now. They are on sale, 50 of these on sale for $14.30. Regularly $22. You save $7.70. Yeah, that is quite a savings on this blade. These blades are wonderful. They are one of my favorite. They are so sharp, yet very, very smooth. Absolutely spectacular, spectacular blade. So my thanks to Beth Jones for the heads up on not only Lavender Planet, but also these Gillette Swedes from Bull Goose Shaving. Fantastic, fantastic blade. Folks, we'll have links below. Check them both out. Thanks again to Beth Jones. Viewer Stanley Piaskowski checked in, and Stanley was the individual that alerted us to the Above the Tie closeout sale. They are closing their doors. And here's the latest update from him. Mark, This just in from Above the Tie, official closing date. And their email flyer says, our doors will be closing June 30th, 2023. It's an end of an era. We will officially be closing our doors June 30th. We still have plenty of goodies in stock and at super low prices. Inventory is getting low, so if you want something, don't wait. When it's gone, it's gone. All sales final. Now, if you go up to the page at the time I'm recording this, they still have the Windsor Pro aluminum safety razor available for $34. And that is a terrific razor. I have this razor. I went ahead and ordered this when it went on closeout. After everything else was gone, this one went to the top of the list. They seem to have a lot of these still available. So if you've never tried a Windsor Pro razor from Above the Tie, this is last best chance to try one in aluminum. I happen to have one in stainless steel. I was lucky enough to get one, got in under the wire because, again, as I mentioned in the past, they paused their sale because of the overwhelming demand that came about, that they were closing their doors and getting rid of their inventory and lowering their prices and that sort of thing. And it overwhelmed their system to where they announced that, well, some of you will get products, some of you will get refunds. And I thought, well, okay, I'm probably going to get a refund because kind of late to the party. Luckily, I guess I got in under the wire and I happened to get that stainless steel razor. And very, very, very fine razor, terrific razor. The aluminum version became available as well. Now, it probably was available at the same time the stainless steel razor was available, but I was not aware of it. Again, Stanley Piaskowski alerted us to the aluminum version, and I ordered that. And it's a wonderful razor, very, very well made, a really fine, fine razor. I have not had a chance to review it yet, planning on doing that. But if you want a Windsor Pro razor, this aluminum version is still available. This will be your last chance to get one. So many, many thanks to Stanley Piaskowski for the heads up again on this Above the Tie closeout sale. Their last day of operation is going to be June 30th, 2023. And it's sad to see them close their doors. We had this as a topic of discussion on this morning's Monday morning mailbag. Certain artisan soap makers or other wet shaving gear manufacturers that you may have really liked, and they have produced some great, great products. And then for whatever reason, they go out of business and those products are no longer available. And there's a bit of a void there. So, it's sad to see Above the Tie close their doors because they will be leaving a bit of a void. But they also leave behind a great history of a great product line, which is why I say that if you want to get a Windsor Pro, this is your last chance to get one in aluminum because it's now become a piece of history, a piece of wet shaving history. So if you have one of those razors from Above the Tie, you have a piece of wet shaving history that you can carry forward. That's kind of the way I look at it. I'm so sad to see that they're closing their doors. They made a terrific, terrific product. I'm sorry I didn't discover them sooner and talk about them sooner. But I'm very, very happy to have acquired a couple of their razors and have that bit of wet shaving history in my shave den. So thanks again to Stanley Piaskowski for the heads up on this. Really do appreciate it. Again, Above the Tie closing their doors. Their last day of business will be June 30th, 2023. Stanley, thanks again for the heads up on this. Well, as I mentioned, the Maggard meetup was a real whirlwind. I mean, so much to see, so many people to talk to. It was absolutely wonderful. And there was one artisan I forgot to mention, and that was the folks called Through the Fire Fine Crafts. They had a number of wonderful shaving soap samples, and I happened to grab 3 of them. Really, really terrific. Campfire, which is absolutely delightful. Oh, that has really, it really does have an outdoors evening campfire kind of vibe going on there. Really, really nice. Nothing like burning wood or anything like that, but just that outdoors kind of scent that you would have if you're out there sitting around the campfire. Just really, really terrific. The other one they have is called The Lake. This one, oh, that's marvelous. That's a very, very fresh water kind of scent. Really, really terrific. And this third one here that they had as samples that I obtained. Oh, this is wonderful. Northern Lights. Boy, this one just sparkles. This one is terrific. Now, you can get any of their shave soaps at Maggard Razors. So just log on to the Maggard Razors website and search for Through the Fire. Absolutely fantastic scents from their shave soaps. We'll be sure to talk about them on upcoming Monday morning mailbag shows and podcasts and Second Cup Podcast, because these shave soaps really are beautifully scented, and they promise to really perform very, very well. So again, Through the Fire Fine Crafts. The 3 I have here are Campfire, The Lake, and Northern Lights, all perfect for the summer season. Again, Through the Fire Fine Crafts. My thanks to them for having these wonderful, wonderful samples available at the Maggard Meetup. Now, if you saw this morning's Monday morning mailbag, no doubt you saw the Timeless Razors adjustable shaving brush handle. This thing is really, really amazing. This allows you to swap out brush knots anywhere from 20 millimeters in size to 28 millimeters in size without the need for glue at all. No glue required. It's absolutely genius how this works. Now, if you missed seeing that this morning, go back to the Monday morning mailbag and check that out, because it was teased or highlighted during the Maggard Meetup highlight reel, and then we also talked about it in New Wet Shave Gear. It really is a terrific, terrific idea, a great design, and I got one before I left, and I'm holding it in my hand right now. It is an aluminum handle. It is beautifully machined, and again, it allows you to swap out these brush knots from 20 millimeters in size all the way up to 28 millimeters in size. No glue needed. Now, a viewer named Tom Donnarumma, who was there with his wife, Sue, he won this as one of the door prizes. And he was just raving about it, which is why I went over to the Timeless Razors table to see how it worked and shoot some video of it and talk to them about it. And I ended up getting it. And I then needed some shaving knots. So Tom very, very kindly showed me the shaving knots that he loves to use. These are from Maggard. They are the SHD bulb shaving knots. SHD stands for super high density, and they are a bulb style. So I got both 24 and 26 millimeter knots so that I could demonstrate both those knots in this adjustable shave handle. And when I got them home, they're so very, very soft. In trying them in the store, they were very, very soft. I also asked one of the workers there at Maggard's what they thought about them, and this gentleman said they're just fantastic. They are so soft. They have such great performance. Here's what they say about them on the Maggard page here. Our SHD Badger bulb knots are packed with 30% more hair than our normal brushes, and the tips are even softer. Our manufacturer claims these are Manchurian, but of course, most of the terminology around Badger hair types are mostly just flashy marketing terms. Point is, this is a killer knot at a killer price. The Maggard Badger shaving brush knots are sure to be a favorite among beginners and veterans alike. Now, I'm looking at this page, And after sampling this knot and running it across my hand in the store and getting it home and rinsing it out and running it across my hand, I looked at the product description and it said, Badger, I thought I had a synthetic knot. I'm not kidding you. I thought I had a synthetic knot. That's how soft this brush knot is. It's absolutely a beautifully, just a beautiful soft knot. And it is just packed with badger hair. And it just gave the appearance of a synthetic brush and the performance of it, the way it threw off water, the way it retained water, the way it dried out. I thought I had a synthetic brush, and it's the super high density badger. And there is a definite softness there with a little bit of tooth for exfoliating the skin. Just a little bit, just a tad, which is rather nice. Now, we often talk about when you're face lathering with the badger brush, surely when you're face lathering with the silver tip, you're not doing a round and around motion, a circular swirling motion on your face and pressing in because it'll eat the lather that way. You want to do a back and forth kind of a motion. You know what? In testing this against my hand, it looks like you can face lather with a swirling circular motion. I'll know more down the road, but I am going to bowl lather with this, and I am definitely going to have a shave with this, and I'm probably going to use right here Limoncello, Ariana and Evans Limoncello shaving cream, and drop some of that shaving cream in the bowl and just go ahead and whip up a lather using this brush. It is wonderfully soft, little bit, just a tad bit of tooth there for exfoliating the skin and lifting the whisker. But this is unlike any badger knot I've come across, with the exception of a silver tip. Really terrific shaving knot. I encourage you to take a look at it. You know I love synthetic shaving knots. I love synthetic shaving knots. They're absolutely wonderful. And folks, I thought this was a synthetic shaving knot. That is what is so surprising. That's the point of all this. I thought that this SHD bulb shaving knot was a synthetic shaving knot brush. I'm shaving knot. I'm not kidding you. That's how soft this is. So I was really very surprised by that. So I just wanted to pass that on to you. My thanks again to Tom Donnarumma and his wife Sue for recommending this shaving brush, the shaving knot. It's a perfect fit for this timeless razor adjustable shaving brush handle. And really just I'm looking forward to using it and taking it for a test drive. Just wanted to pass it on to you. We'll have a link below to Maggot Razors where you can check out all their super high density brush knots. Really terrific. I'm looking forward to getting some really nice performance from it. Thanks again, Tom Donnarumma and his wife, Sue. Really do appreciate it. Well, before I get out of here, I want to recommend a movie to you. This is perfect for the entire family. And this movie was a big turning point in Walt Disney Animation Studios' second golden age of animation. This is the movie that started it all, that started that animation studio's comeback. And if you think I'm talking about The Little Mermaid, you would be wrong. The movie is The Great Mouse Detective. This movie was the film that was released to great financial success for them at the time and really convinced upper management that the animation studio should go forward. It was also the first use of computer graphics in an animated movie by Disney. The interior of Big Ben, well, let me back up a little bit. This is about Sherlock Holmes. And as you know me, I love Sherlock Holmes, which is why I ran out to watch this movie when it was first released. And it's a telling of Sherlock Holmes through animals. Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson are little mice, and the heavy in this is Ratigan, Dr. Ratigan, who stands in for Moriarty, and he is voiced by Vincent Price. Really terrific vocal performance by Vincent Price on this one. Anyhow, this was the first use of computer graphics where Big Ben, the interior of Big Ben and all the gears and its inner workings were all drawn by a computer. And this movie really, really launched the second great golden age of animation at Walt Disney Studios. It really is a terrific, terrific movie. Very, very entertaining. And it has some great vocal performances by all the actors, by the entire cast. But Vincent Price is a definite standout. And it's perfect for the entire family. And it's definitely a favorite. So check it out. The Great Mouse Detective. It's available to stream on Disney Plus, also on Amazon Prime. You can also purchase the DVD up there. And possibly available at your local library to check out for free. A really, really wonderful animated movie. One of my favorites. Again, it's perfect for the entire family. And really kind of a neat history behind it, too, in that it really brought about the resurgence of the animation studio because they had had some failed animated features prior to this one. And they were going to pack up the whole studio and say, well, we're not going to do animated pictures anymore. And this movie, I got the DVD right here, this movie, The Great Mouse Detective, saved that animation studio division. Check it out, The Great Mouse Detective from Disney. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who contributed to today's show. And I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together with you again on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that second cup.